We don't have the SimCity here, and we are losing Marines because of that. We have 5 more SCVs right now, but we are not making CC. This is a huge mistake. Where CC didn't make, it's actually pretty good for us. Look at the minimap. We see nothing. Hello, so today we are gonna make our first replay analysis on the channel. We'll analyze the replay of Valourrex versus Dexter, and the way I like to do it is to actually we'll disable Dexter's vision and see how it goes. Okay, so already first thing I can point out, we didn't make any SimCity for ourselves versus Zealots, which can be harmful, but also like if Zealots don't come, then it's kind of whatever, but it's good to do it. I also actually prefer to do it near the ramp. I find it easier a little bit to defend. So yeah, the factory placement is weird, I would say. For the whole game, the units are gonna have tougher time going out of ramp. Okay, let's see the handling of the Zealot. Oh, okay, I would not go there because it might be very unlucky. If your own STV blocks your Marines, then that's bad. Yeah, and now we can see that we don't have... Yeah, exactly. So you see how we don't have the SimCity here, and we are losing Marines because of that. Luckily, our Vulture will be soon finished, so it should be fine, but still, like, this is unnecessary damage we took. Because normally, after something like that, we would be able to maybe even counter Protoss, but well, without Marines, our options are very limited, and like the second Vulture I don't like. With this STV, we should really check whether there is range coming. We need to move it. We made 2 Vultures, and now we are going bunker. So our CC is very, very delayed. Also, I would like to point out that it's better to have your bunker over here compared to like more near the CC for like several reasons. One of them is that you want Goon to go deeper into the bunker to see the CC. This is the same thing for DTs, like later on if you would like to defend versus DTs. If your bunker is here and your turret is here, the DTs will come into the bunker first before they see the turret, and they will take damage if the bunker is near. But if the turret will be like here, for example, in this situation, then they will see the turret right away. It's the same thing for diving. Like if he would like to dive with a couple of guns and it to the turret, then again this BD&D, this bunker will also not make damage for a lot of time, because the moment he's like walking up, bunker would be already shooting, but since it's here, it's out of range. So now we did this maneuver with the vultures, which can be fine. I think, yeah, it's actually, we can always try for that. If we would see the Goon over here, then obviously we can just go back. Okay, so we have 5 more SCVs right now, but we are not making CC. This is a huge mistake, actually. Not making CC is very bad for many reasons. Not only that, of course, you can mine later from the minerals and make SCVs later, but also the supply you get from it, the 10 supply, will come online much later, so that's a little bit of mistake. So we went for mines and tank. Yeah. I'm actually... That was actually like another thing with the CC. If we made it earlier, maybe we would even have SCVs already sent to the mine, but since we didn't have it, then bunker just fall. But I'm surprised that he went on it like that, but as we can see, it was effective. So our SCV advantage is plummeting, like it's gone. We had 5 more, and now we have 1 more, and we are not mining. And this is not even done, so those SCVs have to go back. Yeah, this is tragic already. Like, the opening is tragic for us, unfortunately. Okay, we have this 1 turret. Well, I don't like this turret. So the problem with this turret is that if shuttle comes, he can still kind of go around it right now. Okay, if we add this, let me see, we can pretty much go between the turrets. So those turrets are very ineffective from stopping River. But it's our second upgrade. Okay, it's siege mode, which is correct because the ops timing is like, or he already has observers basically, so we need siege. We see third base. Now what is our plan? We go upgrade double machine shop. Yeah, so I don't know. Like this factory placement is weird, but maybe not even that bad, assuming you put all your factories here. Okay, so he lost the shuttle there. We have only 4 factories, so I assume we're gonna make CC. Okay, so let's see how we take it. That's very useful. I like this barracks over here. Now we should prowl, like leapfrog basically to our expert, but he's not standing here, so that's fine. Our CC didn't make, I assume. This is still, I don't know, maybe he wanted to make this here, but because the CV is just standing here. Okay, that's actually so tough. Yeah, we didn't have any air defense. We should quickly take our units and come here. It's actually pretty good for us right now. It was so bad for us for a moment, but then he threw a lot of units, so it's completely fine. As you can see in the supply, Protoss should be ahead right now after killing those tanks, but we are fine. I like the scouting in the corner. I would leave one vulture here and patrol like that. Yeah, I like this, that we are searching for expansions. Okay, so we see the 4, and now we should scan and see what's going on in his base. We pretty much can assume shuttles already because we saw like 2, but we still should scan in this area and this area. Okay, now we see the shuttles. I think this will be actually pretty well defended. Yeah, that's not too bad. We also had those annoying too, but we couldn't stop the Nexus from actually coming up. That would be very useful. And another up. I assume he's gonna attack as well with this? Oh. Okay, so that was very wasteful, I would say. I thought that the attack is coming as well. Okay, so look. Now, what I'm lacking, look at the minimap. We see nothing. Literally, like there is nothing except of our quadrant. So how I like to play, and I think how Terrans should play in general, because you need to sum up presence. The point is that when Protoss is left to do whatever they like, and they don't have any difficulties in the game, like they don't have to fight with their vultures, they don't have to send observer with guns, it is just so easy to play. It was like, imagine if Protoss just left you alone and let you get your upgrades and 200. It would be kind of the same, like somebody would come and say like, well, you didn't do anything for this Terran for the entire game, so what are you expecting now? And this is exactly the same here. Like we should have mines in random places pretty much, like here, like basically we with mines we should see any army movement that is, you know, like out of our expectations. So like we expect his army to be around here, right? Or here, depending on whether we wanna take fort or not. But if we have mines here and here, we know that his army never crossed this line, for example. And that's very valuable information because you know that his army cannot be like somewhere here, or he never sent any units to deal with vulture that is patrolling the corner, for example. We also should have mine in the corner, right? Things like that, like mines here. Like basically you should run around with vultures with not even intention that you will do some great damage, but to gain some map control, map vision, and it's very important for the future that when you attack, most likely Protoss is gonna either engage versus you or go back, and when he will be going back, very often you may find him walking into those mines which were planted earlier. So that's very important. And I think this vulture activity is what many players are missing in their gameplay. They are focused too much on their macro, and actually they are not having any map presence. Yeah. Okay, we are attacked. But what was really the trigger there to attack? I wonder. Because we have 3 bases, 6 facts. We started our 2-1 upgrades, yeah. We have Vessel, which is fine. It's very useful during the push. But why are we even attacking? Like we should expect him to have like much more units. Look, he has like 2k and 20 supply more. This can be almost 20 zealots, which is 40 supply. So he could be technically like 60 supply above us. I don't understand the trigger to attack there. Like, what is our, like, what do we want to accomplish basically? I don't kind of get it. Yeah, let's look at this engagement. We need to target goons with tanks. Let's zoom out a little bit. Yeah, that was actually very good. Like, this was very sloppy from him, but it shouldn't look like that. So the decision to attack there was pretty bad, but at the same time, he engaged so poorly that it went actually pretty well for us. And now, when we traded like that, we should already thinking about taking 12 as well. So this army is very strong, but we are lacking vultures desperately. And the problem is that we are only on 6 fact. So we are not even producing that much. Are we gonna take 3 o'clock or what? I don't think so. Yeah, so this push is also like questionable in a sense that we don't have any vision here. If we push like this slowly towards his nut, then he might just decide to go around. And we will have to go back anyway. I feel like there is so much effort put into that, but it's just a little bit of a waste. It could be a little bit of a waste. But he engaged into us, which should be fine. But we lost so many tanks because we didn't have vultures covering for them. It's still fine though. It's actually after this engagement we are winning, I think. Yeah, we keep bleeding tanks to zealots. That's our problem here. We should be more careful with that. And now we got those shuttles, so that's insanely good for us. Yeah, as we can see, in supply we're completely winning. Yeah, I like the decision to go here. Yeah, now just put one tank into here. But no, okay, that's fine. I was afraid that this tank is gonna kill this tank. But we are not expanding. Okay, so look, we are not expanding right now. This is very important to expand in this moment. Also, we are low on STVs, but that's fine. Like, we should fix that, of course, what is happening here, but make expansion. At least one, but even two. Like, this expansion is completely free for us now, if we have army here. Yeah, we're lacking tanks again, because... So, the problem here was that we bled a lot of tanks to zealots, and now he remade goons, and we kind of don't have tanks to fight the goons. First, we have like 2 tanks, but that's not a lot. Yeah, we are placing mines, trying to buy time, so he cannot jump on our tanks again, but we bled so many units during that, and so on. Okay. We had those thoughts of taking this base, but we didn't start it. Yeah, so we are on 2 bases, but we are not even mining from this. Okay, now we fixed it. That's good. Yeah, so look, at this point, we took his nut. Okay, fine, sure. We also contained him. Great. But he still has bases. He probably has this corner as well. So he has like 1, 2, 3, 4 bases versus our 2. If you are not doing anything with this advantage, with this positioning advantage, then it's not actually giving us much. Okay, now again at least we're going... Okay, he's not mining from here. That's good. So I guess he cleared it before, but he didn't recover the mining. Yeah, that's hard, but we should know that he's gonna use shuttles to save those bases, right? Now if we went here with Goliath, he might hit here with the shuttle, right? Yeah, so everything is about this container right now. Can we hold it? We saw a shuttle on the minimap. It's going to harass us, and we should be mindful of that. Escape with STVs on time. Okay, there is still no base. Yeah, so I think the problem with this game is we didn't expand. That's the main issue during this push. Because everything except that was actually pretty good. Like, we achieved a lot, like killing this base. So 2 bases we killed. If we took our own base, and also we need to control other bases, by the way. I have no idea whether Dexter already expanded here, but if he did, then we're losing. Okay. This is... splitting your army like that is questionable. Like, it can work, like here, we maybe can get this expansion, and it will be fine. But it could backfire. Okay, that's very good. That was worth it, for sure. To lose those units and kill this expansion. You will even get the Nexus, so that's very good. Okay, but this expansion is so late. Yeah, that's a sloppy attack, so the goons could reach the tanks, which is a problem. And now he won a big fight. Yeah, I think you should be more careful there. Like, it was super good to defend here, put all those mines, come here with the army in general, but it was very careless to go in like that. And now we lost a lot of units and kind of reset this game state, kind of. But as you can see, he still has, like, his macro is not the best this game, and this is why we are actually winning those engagements. Yeah, you saw that random mine. This is actually what is happening when you put the mines around the map as well. People will just walk into them because it's not easy to catch every mine with observer and goons. Okay, we desperately need to cover this area. We should have turrets here. And some vulture action on the map. Again, like, we're not using vultures. Like, we are in the dark the whole game. The problem is, I feel like this game is more like it was won, but it was more because of the Protoss mistakes in this case than our, like, good decision making and overall strategy, right? Because we had this engagement we shouldn't win, and the vultures we are not using. We don't see anything on the map, so like a lot of parts are missing. Yeah, and again, he just randomly walked into there and we don't know. Oh my god, he threw so many units here on the mines. I don't know why he's doing that. He has to feel like he's losing and has to do some action on the map. Yeah, look, like finally we are doing something. Like isolating fights like that is pretty good. I don't know if it's worth it to still micro that when our base are falling, but doing something like that is exactly what you need, but you need to do it throughout the whole game. And now we are lacking units to defend this. Oh no, and this is actually hurting us a lot. Don't fight with STVs like that, just go away and hope you can take another base. Like, when you lost those STVs, it's almost over, like, you cannot do anything anymore, but if you can save those STVs and you lose CC, if you think about it, it's not as bad to lose CC, because you can use this one, for example, or just build new one, but remaking like 12 STVs is impossible. I mean, it's possible, it just takes a lot of time and resources. Okay, so I think the biggest takeaways from this game is to use vultures on the map. Like, try to use them actively, because this is your form of putting pressure on Protoss. And if you are not doing that, then Protoss can do whatever they want. They just have a very easy game. Nothing is interrupting their own plans. They don't have to chase vultures, anything. They will remember about everything, about macroing, making probes, etc. So that's the first point. The second, the attacking here was very questionable. I don't know what the idea was, because it doesn't work like that. So maybe the trigger was that he lost the army in shuttles, but it is not exactly a trigger in such situation. You should probably just take your fourth here. So get your upgrades, because you started to 1 at the moment when you were pushing it. They were like halfway done. So you are actively hurting yourself by not waiting for those, because those are pretty big power spikes. And on top of that, we only had 6 factories and our supply was pretty low. I think we had like 120. So nothing actually was strategically correct to do this push. You should just not do it. Yeah. So I think those 2 key moments are the most important. And also remember about the SimCity. Always do SimCity versus Zealots, because at the beginning you probably wouldn't even have to go bunker if you just could save those Marines. So yeah, I think those 3 are the most important, and try to apply them in your next game. Okay, thanks for watching and see you next time.